And gas prices keep climbing. The price for a barrel of crude oil hit $87 on Tuesday, while the price of gas also surged since Friday. Some analysts say the oil price could push past the $100 mark in the case of a prolonged war. Iran has blocked the Strait of Hormuz, the narrow strip between the Gulf and the Indian Ocean, through which about a fifth of global oil and gas is transported. Several tankers passing through have reportedly come under fire. There have also been attacks on oil and gas installations in neighbouring countries, including Saudi Arabia, Qatar and the UAE. Well, Dr. Ariel Cohen is a senior fellow at the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Centre and joins me now to talk some more about this. Ariel, thank you very much for coming on the programme today. What can oil-producing countries do, first of all, to increase production to try to deal with these rising costs?
The first question I'm asking myself, is there a spare capacity? Can Saudi Arabia, Venezuela, United States, and even Russia expand their exports? The answer is yes. Iran, we see numbers banding around 3 million barrels a day. That's domestic supply. Iran was flooding its own domestic market with oil. In fact, when you check, it's only 1.3 million to 1.5 million barrels a day that Iran was exporting mainly to China. And remember where President Trump is going in April, to China. So not only it's a war to destroy the Iranian nuclear capacity, it's also a message to China and Russia what the United States is capable of doing. And what the United States is capable of doing is pumping more oil from its own shale oil patch. Canada can pump more from its own oil sands. And then Venezuela is increasing its capacity, I would say, up to 500,000 barrels within 6 months. So there's no catastrophe yet. In terms of prices, I calculated what would be the price of over $100 in terms of 2008, and it's less than $80 a barrel. So we lived, in fact, with much, much higher oil prices in the past.
That's one piece of the jigsaw, production. The other significant piece is export. Obviously, there are other options, as you've just outlined, but we have heard that President Trump is talking about sending U.S. naval ships to the Strait of Hormuz to try to ensure safe passage for vessels there. Clearly, he is worried about that supply being impacted.
President Trump is looking at the November midterm elections. He spoke about lower oil prices. In fact, recently, in the State of the Union address, he bragged about $3 a barrel, which, of course, for Europe, the Europeans can only dream about prices like that. $3 a barrel is about $1 a liter or less. But it's a trick because Iranians can put mines into the Strait of Hormuz because the shipping channel is very narrow. It's only about 2 miles. And they can use even coast artillery to put the mines into the Strait of Hormuz. I'm sure there's a lot of messaging going on because Iran is very dependent on its survival for its oil exports, as I said, mainly to China, from one place called Kharg Island. And the message can be, if you mine the Strait of Hormuz, Kharg Island, you can kiss it goodbye.
OK, Dr. Ariel Cohen from the Atlantic Council's Eurasia Centre. Very interesting to get those thoughts from you.